Hello to all my friends on Facebook and on my craft sites, especially the mini albums craft sites. That's that's the best one. That's the best one. Now, I want to show you this here book. I made this. I made this all by my wee little self. Oh, you notice I got a haircut. I got all that long stuff off. So now I just have this little bob going on. But anyway, that's my haircut. Now, this is what I call my Tag Swag journal. My Tag Swag journal. And I made this using, excuse me, my child just walked in here and he's looking at me, makes me giggle. But anyway, I'm using the Graphic 45 paper. It's the Graphic 45, geez, there it goes, that words just don't come to me. The Gilded Lily. Gilded Lily, yes. And it is beautiful paper, but so I want to show you. I didn't put too much. I didn't put too much on the front because I didn't want to cover up this most beautiful picture. And this Gilded Lily.
Oh, it's hard doing that, isn't it?
Yes, this is really hard doing this when you're watching me, Billy. I have a son, his name's Billy, and he's watching me and he's making me nervous. Okay, but anyhow, what I done with this one, actually, I gave it to my granddaughter for Christmas, but I wouldn't let her take it home because I had to take a picture of it first. And this is the picture. Okay, but anyhow, I call it a Tag Swag journal because it is a journal that you just journal in. But in the very back cover of the journal, I put this notepad. So this is what this is adhered to the back cover. Now, and this is where you will actually journal. But now, like most journals, you know, they're like a diary. They might be a little personal, I don't know. And so if you know, you can't just leave it laying on the coffee table because somebody that you don't want to read it might just pick it up and start reading it. And so, for that reason, this is a little different. And another thing I like to do is I like to fill my pages up with stuff. I like a lot of stuff on my pages. Well, if you put a lot of stuff on your pages, then you have no room to write. That's right, you have no room to write. So, this is what I did here. Now, like for instance, in this page here, oh, and look, see what I did? I put this, it's like gold. I used gold, a lot of gold trims. All the gold trims I had, because Gilded Lily, you know, you should have some gold with that. And so, but now, each one of the pages has got, like, this is a pocket, and then when you take this out, now this is one of the 8x8 pages in the 8x8, pad of paper, and then I just closed it, you know, like the gatefold, and then inside there I put like little pockets. There's a pocket there. There's 3 pockets, 1 here, 2, and 3. And then inside the pocket as well, I made out of the Tim Holtz, there's a little die that you can make these little pockets to go in the pockets. And so what you will do is you'll take and write on that pad of paper your journal, whatever you're going to journal, and you fold that up nice and neat, and you put it in one of these little pockets. And then you just slide it in here. And so, and like this one here, on the back of this one, it has a little hiding place there. There's a little tuck. You just fold that piece of paper and you put that in there. Maybe you might want to write something on the front like the date or something, but you don't have to because it's just beautiful, just the way it is. And so, and then you can even add more pages. Just stuff them in there. Just fold them up and stuff them in them little pockets. But see how pretty it looks with that gold with that gold trimming on there. That's just like real solid gold, I'm telling you. Okay. And then here it just sticks right in there. So even after the page is used, it's still going to look the same. Pretty, beautiful. And like this here is just one of the cards that comes with the collection. And I took another smaller card that comes with the collection and just glued the 3 sides on there to make that another pocket. So you can now put another folded piece of paper. I mean, if you run out of paper that's in the back, you can add another little piece of paper that's just got a little note in there, and then stuff it back there, and then stuff that right in there. And then see, I use this foil paper here. This is the foil paper, and I have a lot of those tattered lace dies. Oh my gosh, are they beautiful. Now this is an umbrasol. Not an umbrasol, that's what my husband calls them. It's an umbrella. And I put that there. I guess you would call it a parasol if you're talking gilded lily talk. It's a parasol. I'll remember that. And in there, again, I have another one of these little gatefold pages. And on this one now, I made, using the We Are Memory Keepers envelope maker. And that's what I did. I made just an envelope. And put a little piece of lace there. And the lace has got some gold on it. And I put that there where you can stick a little, another note in there. Oh, love notes, whatever. And then here, this one, another one of the little things that comes with the kit, the little cards, and on the back a smaller one, and it's just got a slide through like a belly band. I just glued it on the 2 edges. I put a little tag in there, but you also can put another little piece of paper in there. And then I had just put another little band here that slides into. So either any ones of these, oops, I got to retie that, and you can put any one of those things. You can put, make them different to each one of those trifold or gatefold doohickeys. And okay, so then this one here is a little different. I put that little corner pocket on there, and here, then this, I folded that and put the little gold on the edge. See how that looks when it's folded. And then in there again, a place to tuck a piece of paper, a note, some of your journaling. Just fold it up and put it in there. And now if you leave this right there on the coffee table, people can look at it, and normally they're not going to read your private messages in there, but they can still look at it and see how pretty that is. Okay, now here, again, we have, this one here, see that? I love this, and I use that foil paper. It shines, and that's another one of those tattered lace dies. Oh my gosh, them suckers are pretty. I really like them. I'm sort of addicted to those. And another, let's see what I put inside this one. It's probably about the same. Now this has 3 pockets. 1, 2, 3, and in each pocket is one of these little smaller pockets. And like I said, that's a Tim Holtz die that you can cut these little pockets out. If you need any, let me know. I'll cut you some out and send them to you. And because I find them to be very, very handy, and they're very pretty. And that's that one. And that lives somewhere in here. I lost my page. Oh, that one was right here. Okay, there we go. Now, and then see on the corners, all the corners of these here pages have got a little gold corner doohickey. When you get old and you can't remember words, you just call everything a doohickey. It's got these little golden doohickeys right there. And that is a Martha Stewart punch. You can just punch them doohickeys out, and you can just glue them on. and it makes real like a really cool corner on there. That's Miss Martha Stewart. She's got some pretty cool stuff. Now, and here we go again, another envelope that I made with that We Are Memory Keepers envelope maker, enveloper, or something they call it. And so again, you can put a note in there. And then this one is, oh, again, two of those little Tim Holtz envelopes, you know, our pockets or something. They kind of look like a little library pocket. I think they're like 2 inches by 3 inches, something like that. They're very nice. And then here is another. See that glittery foil paper? Gold. I just put a lot of gold in this, and that's another one. That's the tattered lace tie. And then this one, it's got like a little belly band or right there, so you can slide a piece of paper underneath there. And then, of course, papers can go behind here, too. But see, you still have, then when it's, even when you use the page, then still it's got this beautiful all still there. So you don't write on, not that your writing would not make it still beautiful, because if you still want to write stuff, you just go ahead with yourself and write. But then there's a gold rose, and, oh, this one's a little bit different. I made these 2 envelopes, and the one of them sits right down there in that little thing there, like a little trough. I don't know what it is. And then I have this envelope now will go in. Oh, this is the one that's got a little flap. It's got even a little flap on the front of the envelope, but then the envelope in the back, and then it can just slide right in there. But then I made like right here, I put like a little piece of paper, folded it in half, so it's like a little trough. I don't know, I guess I fed cows when I was little, and we put their feed in a feed trough, and this is sort of like that. And so, but it holds that there so it won't go sliding too far down. It just fits right in that there trough. And then there's, this I just took like a regular envelope, but I cut the sticky off, because you know that sticky stuff, if it gets humidity or whatever, then it's going to stick itself together. And you don't want it to be sticking together before you want it to be sticking together. You want it not to be sticking together. So I cut that sticky stuff off. And then I doctored it up, of course, with gold. And on the front, I just adhered one of those beautiful things that comes from this packet. I'm trying to remember the lady's name that sells these. She sells them on, you would find her on the mini albums and more page. And I can't for the life of me. I know her name, knows best as I know my own. Can't think of it, but she's got all this kind of graphic 45, excuse me, I burped. Okay, and there's that beautiful rose on there too. Now, and here, see another beautiful page. This time I put it up here on the top. I put those little, there's many of these little envelopes I put in. I just put 2 side by side right there. 2 side by side, put some gold trim, and then in here another one that I made with the enveloper. Just slides right in there. But see, and you just fill those up with your little notes or your little journaling pages, things that you write, you know, good personal memories you don't ever want to forget. Or maybe you do want to forget them, so you write them down, stick them in there, and forget them. But anyway, and then here we go now. This, oh, what was that? They got these punches that you can punch around and make like a round. That doesn't help much, does it? Okay, but anyhow, see if you can see that it's pretty. It makes all that pretty decoration. Okay. And so, but then, oh, and then I put this little doily on there. It's just one of them paper doilies. I have some dies too that cuts these, but this one was just out of a packet. And then there's a little bitty envelope in there, and you could put a little bitty note in that little bitty envelope. And see, and how that fits right in there? That fits right in there. And so, and I just go by page. When I get to the next page, I put something else. I don't have no, I didn't have no instructions or nothing. And so I just did whatever came to me on that page. And then I'd turn the page and do something else that just came to me. Now, and here, again, that's another one of those tattered lace dies that I put that gold on there. That's so pretty. They cut so nice. And then here, again, it folds open and more gold trim. And in here, in the inside, I just made 2 little pockets. And again, for the notes, you want to put them in there. Okay, so now, and as we go, same, the pockets, the little envelopes, the larger envelope, there's another larger envelope. Let us be elegant or die. I love it. And this is about as elegant as I get right here. Now, and now we're to the back page. And again, it's that that like belly band, we call them, in the scrapbooking world. We call them that, and then I put that little folded in half, and it makes like a little. You glue that in there, but then that top part opens. See, so that won't go falling out. Then that holds it in there, and so gilded lily. That's the gilded lily. Okay. Somebody, when you look at this here and you see this, and you remember that lady's name that I can't think of right now that sells this stuff, you just park it down there below, because I don't remember her name. But see, then you can buy these little pads of paper over to the Walmart, and they're only like, you get 3 of them for 88 cents or something. They're really inexpensive. And then you take the little paper to match, and you glue that up there on the top, and it makes it look like it was made for it. And then I put more gold trims around. Now, the pages, I put them in there as a signature. You see that? It's a signature. And so they are so, that group of papers, they call that a signature. And then it's you can look in the middle. You see, that's the middle of the whole signature, and you can see that there's string there, because I used that string to sew it into the binding of the book. Now, on this, I have learned that I like to have a more soft cover on my journals, because then it bends around, it folds around, and they can bend. Now, see, this one, I took 2 pieces of a heavier paper, like the cardstock, 12 by 12, but I cut it so it's 9 by 12. And I took 2 of them, and I glued them together. But before I actually glued them together, down the center strip, see, because I used my, you know, where you, yeah. You know, I bent it. That's, 5 inches in this way, 5 inches in this way, and then I have 1 inch here. 5, 10, 11. No, 5.5 inches, 5.5 inches, because this was 12 when you go like this. And so, but before I glued it together, I got this stuff from over to the hardware store, and it's like a mesh. It comes on a roll, and it's kind of rubbery or plasticky or somethingy. You can't tear it. But I put that down. It's about 2 inches wide. I put that down before I glued these 2 together. That makes for a very strong binding. And then when you sew through it, it's not going to come undone, or it's not going to rip the paper, because that drywall tape is what it is, drywall tape. It keeps it from happening, so it's not going to pull apart. It's going to stay there. This is going to be still sewed together in the year 2099 or longer. So, oh, and then I wrote, see the letters, they say Kimberly, because that's my granddaughter. She is very, very beautiful. That's my granddaughter. She's almost going to be 15 years old next month. And so, but anyhow, and then I added, after when I put those two pieces together, I just used only just regular old 20 minutes. I used just regular, some of the, like the cardstock that I probably wouldn't use for anything else. Because then I covered it then with the graphic 45 on the outside and then on the inside. See, then I covered it with those, and of course, put more gold. And so that's about it. What do I don't think I have anything else to say. I'm never at a loss for words, but I don't have a bunch more to say about this. Oh, now the ribbon. I put the ribbon, this piece of ribbon here, it actually is underneath the paper, but all the way around. So then that ties it shut very nicely. So then you just take this and then tie it tightly. Now, if this book gets so full of stuff that makes it hard to close, you can you tie that nice and tightly, and everything will stay right in there anyway with that beautiful piece of ribbon. And since it goes all the way around, it's going to be there for a lifetime, the lifetime of a tree, and that's a pretty long lifetime. Boy, that's perfect timing. My daughter's calling me, so I'm going to call. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just hold your horses. Okay, just a minute, Tommy Sue. I'm almost done. Okay. Now, that's it. That's all I have to say about this here Tag Swag Journal. I forgot to introduce myself. If you've never seen me before, my name is Elizabeth, but I go by Scrappin' Lizzie. Most people just know me by Lizzie or Scrappin' Lizzie or whatever. And I just want to say thank you for watching my video, and God bless all of you, and I'll see you again soon. Alrighty then, that's about it. Have a nice day. Now, have a nice day. Okay, now I got to talk to my daughter on the telephone. Wait a minute, where's the stop button? Stop. Oh, where in the world? Oh, jeez. Where is the stop? I got to stop this somewhere. Here it is.